Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we've been starting with charts and graphs and tables. So today we're going to look at a couple different types. One we've been working on a little bit with dot plots that you had on paper yesterday. I'll get in a minute. The other is a stem and leaf plot. I know you're familiar with both of these, so don't say you aren't. I've talked to every fourth grade teacher that you could have come from, and they've taught both of these, so don't say they didn't. All right, a dot plot, as you looked at yesterday, for those of you that got the paper because you followed directions. We're going to start, and you're making little dots, you're making little X's, whatever works best. Okay, smiley face, open mouth because you talk all the time. I don't know, whatever. And this one's going to be titled Miles Ran. Along the bottom here is going to be the number of miles, and then the dots are going to be the number of people that ran that many miles. So this is going to be the miles. And the dots will be the number of people that ran that miles. Isaac, what should we start with our number?
Probably our starting number should probably be 3.
3. And what should we end with?
We should probably end with 8.
8. We need to go through every number between 3 and 8. We have to put them all up there. Every number between 3 and 8. We just can't skip it if there's none there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when we have it like this, it makes it very easy because we're just counting, putting dots. So I can take my first dot, first number, I have an 8. I can put a dot above the 8. I have a 7. I can put a dot above the 7. And I try and keep them in line so they're straight across from each other. It makes it easier to know. Another 8. And a 6. See, these are really easy to make and read. Another 6. A 3. A 4. They are fun. A 7. An 8. And another 3. Now we have 5 that has nothing above it, but it's still got to be included. We're going to count by our ones to work our way through. Very easy to make, very easy to read. Some of the questions you might see about this is what is the difference between the greatest number of miles ran and the least number of miles ran? Okay? Difference means we do what? Subtract. So what's the most number of miles ran? 8. What's the least number of miles ran? The difference is? 5. Good. You probably won't have a question on what is the mode, but as we had it yesterday, mode is the one that happens the most. So Saraya, which one happened the most? Which number of miles happened the most? 8 miles is the one that happened the most. Okay? Real easy to do. Real easy to do. A stem and leaf plot, which we haven't started yet, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of introduction to it. A stem and leaf plot. These are all 2-digit numbers. And so we're going to put them on this chart. The stem will be the tens place. The leaf will be the ones place. They're all going to have a key. So this is the number of people present. My key is, let's say, 4, and then the line 2 is 42. Okay? So if I have 4 over here and 2 over here, then it would be 42. Now the important thing to remember about this is we want to put the numbers in order from least to greatest first. Because in our leaf, we have to have them in order from least to greatest. So what is my smallest number? Anybody? Brindley? 11. So my stem is going to start with a 1. And Sumeda, what's my biggest tens place? My tens place. 4. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to put my ones first in order from least to greatest. So I have 11. I have a 12. I have a 14 and another 14. Did I miss any of mine that starts with a 1? 18. So 18 goes there. Good. Did I miss any of the others?
No.
No. Now, since my stem is in my ones place, my leaf is or tens place, my leaf is just going to be the numbers in the ones place, but they have to be in order from least to greatest. So Zane, how would I write my ones place for my stem of 1?
For the stem of 1, you would write. For the stem of 1, for 11, you would write 11 times.
No, I'd write a 1.
Oh.
You're not watching. And then Ryland, help me out here. What would I write next? See, it's horrible when you call in the people that are drawing because then they can't answer the question. Yeah. Drea, what goes next here? A what? 2, thank you. And Eli, what goes next there? Done these 2. What goes here? 4. And Caden, what's next? 4. We have to have 2 4s because there's 2 14s. And last but not least, Susankia.
8.
8. Now this means 11 people were present, 12 people, 14, 14, 18. Now you may see these with fractions and decimals as well. So you got to really pay attention to the key. So now I got to put everything that has a 2 in the ones place, or 2 in the tens place. So what are my numbers with the 2 in the tens place? Nothing. All right? So I'm not going to have anything here. I still need it there, but I'm not going to have anything here. So that means no 20, no 21, no 22, nobody in the 20s. No numbers in the 20s had people present. All right, let's look at my 3s in the tens place. So I have a 6, another 6, and a 9. Did I miss any? I'm all good? All right. Courtney, so what do I write first here? 6. Yes. Oh, I put it on the 2. Thank you. Thank you. 6. Caitlin. It's another 6. Kaylee. Another 6. And Carter.
9.
A 9. They need to be in order from least to greatest. Otherwise, when we get a question about what's the range, which is the greatest, subtract the least, it makes my life more difficult. So I've done my 30s. Next, I have to do my 40s. So Caden, tell me my 40s in order. Tell me my 40s.
42, 42, and then 45.
All right, so 2, 2, 5. So that's in order from least to greatest. All right, Travis, tell me the first number I put over here by my 4s. 2. Brianna, tell me my next number I put there. 2. And Zoe, tell me my next number I put there.
5.
5. Now, one of the most common questions you're going to see when we talk about a stem and leaf plot is it's going to ask, what's the difference between the most number of people present and the least number of people present? We've already said difference is a subtraction problem. So Caden, what is the most number of people present?
45.
45. We're going to subtract. Brinley, what is the least number of people present? 11. See, what gets you, what I've seen, is people go, oh, the 1, the 8 is the most. Or they'll look at the 4 and the 2 is the most. But it is 11. So the difference between the most and the least is 34. Also called the range. The greatest number, subtract the smallest number, is also called the range. So those are 2 types of graphs you may see, charts and graphs. Susankia?
What would be fun if we found the average?
It would be fun to find the average. How would we find the average?
So first we have to
to add all of the numbers there is, and then we have to divide it by how much number there are.
So Susankia thinks it would be fun to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numbers together. All 12 of these together, and then divide by 12. He thinks it'd be fun. And it could be fun. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today, save the bees, please subscribe, bring me a Dr. Pepper so I can get even fatter.